My name is Genna Martella. I've been a member at Current since summer 2020, before the building opened. So I've always been someone who's really loved different forms of moving my body. I played sports all growing up, but definitely as I have transitioned into more of adulthood, have felt some of those like aches and pains. And when I tore a muscle pretty significantly a couple years back, it definitely impacted the way I was moving my body. And so one of the things that's been most like integral to I think like replenishing my relationship with movement has been the like holistic number of services that Current has had. I started seeing a massage therapist here at Current just over a year ago, and was hopeful when I started seeing her, but I don't think I even realized that the impact it would really have. Not only was that rejuvenating to actually help heal some of the problems that I had, but that in coordination with the care that I was also getting in movement classes, of working with teachers to make modifications, to really think about, oh, when I do this, I feel this, like what's a way that we can either help aid in that healing process through movement or kind of shift the experience so that I can still get a good workout, and build my strength and build my flexibility and all those things, but also work through kind of this injury that I was having. And over the course of the last year, I went from someone who was in pain on a daily basis and really having to do a lot of life modifications to get through that pain, to someone who not only can enjoy movement classes pain-free, but is in general pain-free, and have been able to utilize various services at Current to do that, but also been able to walk away with exercises and things that I can do at home. I feel like it's also really improved my awareness of my body. I love when I go into my massage therapy appointments with Alyssa and she'll say, how are you feeling today? Or how's this week been? And I can really in detail articulate, when I did this, this is how I was feeling. And I noticed that this muscle was really tightening up or really reacting to the following, movements or the following things that I was doing with language that I never had before, both language of being able to name muscles, but language of being able to say this is where I'm feeling this. And I noticed that this happens when I do this. And even things that are really, really tiny that I definitely wouldn't have had the awareness of before. My movement classes, being able to go from one instructor in a yoga class to another instructor in a strength class, and being able to articulate, oh, I see both some commonalities in the way my body is reacting to this and the way I'm working through these different courses, but also for my instructors to feel kind of the way you hope your healthcare works, where everyone kind of is on the same page and addressing problems kind of from different angles. That's what I feel like I get at Current. In strength, we're thinking about, okay, well, we don't want to push muscles too far and re-injure yourself, but also how can we work through this and isolate this group if we can't really work through this at the moment, and really feeling I don't think this is reality actually happening, but feeling there's a little conference that happens before I come to class every week where everyone sits down and is okay, so Genna in yoga maybe we'll do this, and in strength we'll do this. And when you put it all together, and then in our massage therapy appointment we'll do this. And when we put it all together, makes not only a really fun and enjoyable experience, in a space that has been rejuvenating for my soul in that way, but also a truly healing experience that has really allowed my body to get back to a place where I can enjoy movement, not just because it's fun, but because it's truly pain-free and I can feel the progress that it's making. Oh my God, that's so hard. I think my favorite class, okay, I have two favorite classes. I can narrow it down to two, and that's all I can do for you. I think my favorite class is strength, partially because I just like the feeling of really feeling strong. I think that was something that I really enjoyed. I played basketball and volleyball, and like feeling strong was a big part of like the enjoyment I got out of those. And so this is a nice way to translate that, not being an athlete anymore. I also take strength going into Immerse on Tuesdays. And it's funny because I've taken Immerse when I haven't done strength before on different days, and you'd think it would be easier because you didn't just do a whole new workout class. But it's so funny how strength really like gets me revved up. Like I just feel like as a person, like that class, the combination of like what we're doing, like the way I'm kind of testing my body and the social experience and like the environment that Britt creates, I think the combination of all those things, like I feel like ready for the day, even though it's a firm 6:30 p.m. And most of the day has already happened. But the other class that's my favorite part is the Pilates class that has been pulled into the rotation. It's been something that, as I've also continued to reflect upon like kind of my healing journey, has been something that has really brought in a lot of the different aspects that I love so much about the other classes together in one. Like there's a little bit of strength, there's a little bit of yoga, there's a little bit of like just kind of like body awareness in this moment, and I've really loved having kind of that in one experience, and even though those classes only happen like I think one Saturday a month, I redo them on the library all the time, so that's another favorite. I think it can honestly be summed up into like coming to Current has been very healing. It's been very healing for my physical body. It's been healing after, it started in the middle of a pandemic that was very isolating. So to come back to a space that's been also like fuel for my soul socially as well has been very healing, I think, as we've come out of that very intense, still coming out of, but that very intense experience of isolating. And it's been a space that just, brings me a lot of joy, regardless of what I'm doing here, whether I'm actually taking a class, whether I'm getting a massage, which is always a joyful experience, or like picking up kombucha, like all of the above, really I feel like are healing to my body, mind, and soul, and I really appreciate that.